Hey everyone, Jordan here from Cinelinx.com. I'm back today with all new tech review for you guys. Today I'm going to be talking about something that I apparently tend to talk about a lot, something I never thought I would talk about so much. But I'm going to be taking a look at an all new drawing tablet. This time I'm going to be taking a look at VEIKK's newest VK2200 Pro model. As you can tell, this thing is pretty massive. It's definitely the largest drawing tablet I've ever had the opportunity to review. So I'm super excited to open this up and see how it stacks up against the competition. Over the years, I've had the chance to review a number of different drawing tablets, from Wacom to more recently XP Pen, just several different models and brands over the years. Today, I'm going to talk about one that I haven't actually heard of before, even though they've been in operation since around 2009. I'm talking about VEIKK. They have a number of different drawing tablets out there on the market, but their newest one, the VK2200 Pro, just came out this past March, and it is a monster. Huge screen, all these different programmable keys, 2 dials on it. I mean, there's a lot going on here. Even better, it's got the built-in stand that you can adjust as you go. Right out of the box, however, there's some things that I really like. For one, it gives you everything you need. All the different cables. You got HDMI to HDMI, you've got USB-C to USB-C. It even has the normal USB to USB-C port, cable, so that you know, whatever you're using, you should be able to connect to it. Power source, all that stuff. On top of that, however, it comes with a bunch of other stuff. It comes with a nice, fairly good sized cleaning cloth here that you can use for your tablet. It even comes with the drawing glove. It comes with a ridiculous amount of spare nibs and a nib removal tool. It also comes with not 1, but 2 pins. I don't know why it comes with 2, but I'm sure not complaining, because these are really nice pins. I love the feel of these. Now, there's no eraser. It's only got the, it's got the 2 buttons, no eraser, but that's fine. It feels really good in the hand. I like the thinner profile, so it feels more like a pen or pencil that I'm used to, rather than something thicker. On top of the 2 pins, you also get a pen holder that you can put on your desk. Now, this pen holder also pops open, has even more nibs in there, and then the removal tool on the bottom. So it comes with a whole lot of stuff. It's really nice that it comes with absolutely everything you need. You're not going to be scrambling around to try and find different cords and cable adapters to connect to whatever it is you want to connect it to. It should have everything in there, and it's really nice that it's got all the extra bonus stuff too, so you're not trying to find a bunch of stuff as you're going along and working on it. On top of that, I just love the look of this thing. It's big, of course, but it's also fairly thin on the profile. Now, this is a pretty hefty boy. It's not super light or anything, but that's okay. It's not really meant to be a portable type thing like some of the other ones I've reviewed. But it feels durable. Nothing about it feels cheap or, plasticky, like it's going to fall apart on me. Getting everything set up is relatively easy. Important to remember that this is a pen display tablet, so it serves essentially as a secondary monitor to whatever you're working with, whether it's a desktop or a laptop, or you can even connect with your phone if you want to. It doesn't really matter. Just know that it works as a secondary display. Setting it up, getting it all plugged in is really easy. It's almost plug and play, because there's not a whole lot that goes into it. It's not setting up a whole new system. Of course, the important thing that you're going to want to do immediately after is you're going to download the driver, where you can change all the different settings that you want to. So you can change up how the pen interacts, the different what the pen buttons do, and of course all the different shortcut buttons that you have. Every artist has their own system and own favorites. So whatever you like to do, you have tons of extra options here. One of the really cool things about this is how it has the built-in display stand, but really cool is it has this nifty notch on the back so that you can adjust the height with one hand. So you could be working if you need to, and you need to, while you're working and you feel that something needs to change, you can adjust it without having to to really mess things up. One of the really cool things about this that I love right off the bat is just the amount of shortcut keys that you are given with this model. You get 8 total keys that you can customize to your heart's content, but you also get not 1 but 2 of these dials. Now each dial has multiple functions you can assign to it, and you can change it with the click of the little button on the inside here. So you can set 4 different functions for the dial so that you can rotate between them. So essentially you're getting like 8 different keys that you have just with the dials on top of all the shortcuts that they give you here. It's just an insane amount of customizable options that the keys give you on the side here, and it's really nice, and it's one of the first times in all these different tablets that I've reviewed over the years where I didn't find myself constantly going back and forth to the keyboard. I was able to get a number of different functions programmed in here so that I could draw and go about my business, and I hardly ever touch the keyboard. That doesn't normally happen, so it's really nice to be able to have that here. On the technical side of things, the VEIKK Pro comes in right around 21.5 inches of actual drawing space that you have here display. The display comes in right around 1080p, so it's still HD, and it's got a good range of colors. On the technical side, from the tablet standpoint, it is just usable with the pen. It's not a touch tablet like some other models out there are, so you can't use touch gestures or anything like that. The pen itself feels super comfortable. The drawing itself feels just like you're drawing on paper. It has that nice lamination that's directly onto the screen, so there's not a lot of gap there. But so far, really good response to the motions that I make here. You know, I can get really good thin lines, and I can get those good thick ones in there as we go. So the drawing part of it so far feels really good as I'm going. One thing to think about is that, and I'll see if I can get a close up here. The pen itself uses the traditional spring pressurization. I've noticed that there is a bit more give in the spring than I'm used to, which can be a little frustrating. Now, that's more manageable when you go into the settings and you can adjust the pressure levels. This one goes up to about 8,191 levels of pressure. That's about as high as you can get. So it is super sensitive, but if you don't get it calibrated just right, that little bit of spring in the nib has messed with a couple of my drawings. Again, not a huge deal breaker, just something to get used to as you're drawing. You know, every tablet has its own little quirks, and you know, like any tool you have, you're going to have to get used to it as you go. Well, at the end of the day, I'm really enjoying VEIKK's VK2200 Pro. It's just a really impressive tablet. It feels great when you're drawing, and the size is just, it's hard to beat. Coming in at $470, it's insane how big this is. If you're looking for something comparable from Wacom, you're going to be paying well over $1,000. So between the size, the quality, and the price, VEIKK has a legit Wacom competitor here on its hands, and it's going to be appeal to both newcomers and longtime professionals. If you're interested in learning more about the VK2200 Pro or picking one up yourself, be sure to hit those links down in the description below, where you can also learn more about VEIKK's other products. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's review. If you did, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and tell all your friends about it. Until next time, keep it tuned here to Cinelinx.com for all your movie, gaming, and geek-related needs.